Hello, my name is Lieutenant Sloan with South County Sheriff's Office.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Lieutenant Sloan con el condado de Forsyth.
Yesterday, November 13th, we responded to the 4500 block of Reidsville Road.
Ayer, el día de ayer, noviembre 13 del 2025, respondimos a la bloque de 45 de Reidsville Rd.
We responded to that location because the surveying team had located human remains there.
Respondimos a esa situación porque un equipo de construcción descubrieron un cuerpo.
Upon the Sheriff's Office initial investigation, we determined those human remains to be part of a missing person case with Winston-Salem Police Department.
Con la participación de nuestro condado, descubrimos que el cuerpo encontrado fue relacionado a una persona desaparecida de la ciudad de Winston-Salem.
I'll turn it over to Chief Penn with Winston-Salem Police Department for the details of that investigation.
Le vamos a dar el horario al condado para que hable de esta situación.
Good afternoon.
Tardes.
On October 26, 2025, at approximately 3:30 p.m., the Winston-Salem Police Department officers responded to a report of a runaway involving Carlos Colindres.
En octubre 26, aproximadamente a las 3:30 de la tarde, la oficina de Winston-Salem Police Department respondió a un reporte de un joven que corrió de su casa.
Carlos had not returned home after attending a party earlier that morning between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m.
El joven fue Carlos Corridos, que atendió a una fiesta esa mañana entre las 2 y 3 de la mañana y no regresó a su casa.
Our patrol division immediately began working to understand the circumstances surrounding Carlos's disappearance.
La división de patrol inmediatamente empezó a trabajar y a entender las circunstancias sobre la desaparición de Carlos.
Throughout the day on October 26, officers spoke with members of Carlos's family and friends, as well as anyone who might have had information about his whereabouts.
Durante el día 26 de octubre, los oficiales hablaron con miembros de la familia de Carlos, amigos y también conocidos que tuvieran información sobre la distancia de Carlos.
Initially, there was no exact address to be determined, and we were able to identify his social media accounts, canvassed the area where he was last seen, and attempted to retrace his steps.
Al principio no teníamos una locación exacta donde él estaba, pero determinamos que lo identificamos sobre sus social medias, cuentas. Hicimos un arreglo de las casas y de las calles cercas, donde él fue última vez visto.
That following Monday, officers visited Carlos's school and learned that he had not been attending school for some time. Even so, our officers remained in communication with the school resource officer.
Al siguiente día visitamos la escuela de Carlos y nos encontramos con la información de que Carlos no había ido a la escuela por un tiempo y oficiales comunicaron esa información al school resource officer.
On October 30th, officers were able to recover Carlos's phone, and on November 3rd, a search warrant was executed to examine its contents for investigative leads.
En el 30 de octubre, los oficiales encontraron el teléfono de Carlos y en noviembre 3, una orden de juicio fue ejecutada para examinar el contenido del teléfono de Carlos.
Officers re-interviewed family members and again spoke with individuals who attended that party.
Los oficiales volvieron a hablar con las familias y los participantes de la fiesta donde estuvo Carlos.
Through these efforts, officers confirmed that Carlos had been at a gathering in the 400 block of Rickard Drive on October 26. Patrol continued to follow up on leads, canvassed additional areas, and conducted interviews on November 5th and 6th.
Durante la investigación encontramos que Carlos estuvo en una fiesta en la bloque del 400 de Rickard Drive, en octubre 26. La continuación de mucha información durante las calles cercas fue conducida y más entrevistas fueron introducidas en noviembre 5 y noviembre 6.
Despite extensive work by our patrol division, no solid leads emerged due to the limited information available.
Gracias a la información que nos dieron el Patrol Division, no hubo ninguna información exacta o información limitada donde estaba Carlos.
As a result, the case was transferred to our Criminal Investigations Division for follow-up.
Hacia el resultado, la investigación fue asignada al Criminal Investigation Division.
On November 6th, detectives conducted an extensive foot search at the last known address. And on November 10th, they expanded search operations, which included daytime and nighttime drone flights, as well as deploying dual sport motorcycles to assess difficult terrain and utilizing our bloodhound.
En noviembre 6, la investigación de criminales se hizo una investigación a pie durante las calles cercanas de donde la última vez que fue Carlos. En noviembre 10, la investigación se expandió a usar drones día y noche, pero dificultades por el campo, no se pudo utilizar nada más.
We also share information with local media outlets and across social media in hopes of gathering new information.
Con la información que teníamos, la información fue dada a muchas medios de comunicación, social medias y de noticias.
Detectives continue conducting interviews, contacted the North Carolina State Highway Patrol regarding any reported hit-and-run incidents, and checked with our local hospitals.
Detectivos continuaron con sus investigaciones y entrevistas, contactaron al North Carolina State Highway Patrol en causas de si hubo un accidente de hit and run, y también checaron con los hospitales locales del área.
Every available resource was used and every lead was pursued, including identifying additional individuals who attended the party and spoke with them on multiple occasions.
Muchas cosas fueron utilizadas para hacer el accidente, checar con todas las gentes que estuvieron incluidas en la fiesta para saber dónde está Carlos.
During the course of this investigation, we received multiple tips and reports that included possible sightings. Officers followed up on each of these in an effort to corroborate information and locate Carlos.
Durante la investigación recibimos muchos tips y reportes posibles durante la investigación de muchas gentes que habían visto Carlos. Los oficiales hicieron sus entrevistas con estas gentes para tratar de encontrar dónde estaba Carlos.
Despite these exhaustive efforts, Carlos was not located, and on November 13, 2025, at 2:00 p.m., the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office notified the Winston-Salem Police Department that a deceased individual matching Carlos' description had been found.
En noviembre 13 del 2025, aproximadamente a las 2 de la tarde, el condado de Forsyth County Sheriff's Office notificó al estado de Winston Police Department que encontraron un cuerpo de un individual que tenía las mismas características que Carlos descritas y ha sido encontrado muerto en la bloque de 4500 de Reidsville Rd.
Because the location falls within Forsyth County's jurisdiction, the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, the North Carolina State Highway Patrol are leading the investigation with the Winston-Salem Police Department assisting wherever necessary.
Por causa de la jurisdicción del condado de Forsyth, el condado de Forsyth, the Sheriff's Office y el estado de North Carolina State Highway Patrol han sido los investigadores sobre la desaparición de Carlos.
So for information regarding the discovery, I will turn this over to North Carolina State Highway Patrol for more information.
Para más información, le voy a dar el polorio al North Highway Patrol.
Hey there, I'm Trooper Whit Eford. I'm with the North Carolina State Highway Patrol, and the North Carolina State Highway Patrol's reconstruction unit is hard at work at this right now. There are a couple things that I'd like to point out. We're here today because, quite frankly, we need your help, okay? We've collected the evidence on scene. I'm going to show you a couple things, but this is what we're looking for, and I'm going to tell you what we need help with. If you'll take a look here, they were traveling northeast on Highway 150. It was a Reidsville Avenue, and this would be Tranquil Avenue. The area of impact, you'll see it here. Okay, it's dated here from the bisect. Now here's what we know so far. There is if you look over here to my left, you'll see a early 2000s model Freightliner Coronado. The things that we've recovered on the scene is going to be this front bezel for the headlight and a couple pieces of the front right fenders. That same paint transfer is going to be the color that's on the bicycle. So if any of your viewers are looking out there, if they see a early model Freightliner Coronado, that's what we're looking for. Now, at this time, we do need your help to put the pieces together. Also, if you do have information, please contact the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. And also, the Highway Patrol would like to send their thoughts and prayers out with the family. But thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Deputy Henry Gray with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office.
Soy Chief Deputy con el Condado de Forsyth County.
I want to thank you for being here today, as well as our law enforcement partners.
Quiero dar las gracias a ustedes y a las agencias que están aquí para nosotros.
Please know that we are committed to bringing closure to the family at all costs.
Quiero que estén de acuerdo que nosotros estamos cometidos a traer a la familia juntos.
I have personally instructed our investigators to leave no stone unturned
Yo le he dado identificaciones e instrucciones básicas a nuestros investigadores del condado para que
or leave
Siga.
uninvestigated.
sigan la investigación.
We are still in the early stages of this investigation,
Esta investigación todavía está en una etapa muy temprana.
so please, we're asking you to be patient with us, because some questions we will not be able to answer.
Les pedimos que estén pacientes con nosotros porque va a haber algunas preguntas que no vamos a poder responder.
Thank you. And now, if you will, Sheriff Kimbrough.
Muchas gracias.
Again, first of all, I want to thank you all for being here.
Muchas gracias. Les quiero dar las gracias a todos por están aquí.
I want to give my condolences to a grieving family, a grieving mother,
Le quiero dar mis condolencias a una familia, a una madre,
a grieving community.
a una comunidad.
And as you all have gathered, it is a multi-agency investigation.
Como ustedes ven, esta es una investigación de muchas agencias.
My appeal is to the community,
Mi casa es para la comunidad
as well as the driver of the vehicle.
y para venir al manejante del vehículo.
The tears that we've experienced from the family in the last 24 hours.
Las lágrimas que hemos experimentado de la familia de las últimas 24 horas.
I'm hoping and praying that the moral fiber of the driver realizes what has happened,
Y estoy rezando que el manejante del carro realice,
because the
Well-
driver knows what has happened.
porque el manejante del carro sabe lo que hizo.
And it's just a matter of time before we all know.
Y es solamente el tiempo que nos va a traer todo esto.
And so, as has been said by the Highway Patrol, by the Winston-Salem Police Department, the Forsyth County Sheriffs,
Y como han dicho la ciudad de Winston-Salem Police Department, North Carolina State Highway Patrol y la oficina del sheriff,
it is a multi-agency investigation.
es una investigación de agencias múltiples.
And again, on behalf of the people of this county, I'm appealing to the citizens, I'm appealing to the driver, I'm appealing to anyone that knows something, because we have lost a juvenile, we have lost a minor, a mother has lost a son, a father has lost a son, a brother has lost a brother.
Le pido a la comunidad, a la familia, a las gentes que han visto este caso, al manejante del carro que por favor venga y nos dé la información de cualquier cosa, porque Carlos ha sido perdido, un juvenil de 14 años que una mamá perdió.
Last but not least, we have an obligation. The driver has an obligation. The community has an obligation. And we're just hoping and praying that the driver of this vehicle, something pricks your heart, something touches you, that make you want to do the right thing, because it's not too late.
Sabemos que nosotros tenemos una comunidad, tenemos una responsabilidad como el manejante, que por favor venga adelante y diga lo que pasó. Sabemos que es muy fuerte, pero necesitamos terminar esta investigación.
Again, I thank you all for being here. We'll open the floor for a few questions. As the Chief Deputy has said, some of the questions we may not be able to answer, but the purpose of us calling this press conference is because we discussed it, the police department, the highway patrol, and we thought it was the best thing to do to appeal to the public, as well as the transparency that we will keep and always keep, because it is a multi-layered investigation. The family wants answers, the community wants answers, and it is our obligation, and we will honor that, to get those answers.
Como les dijimos, vamos a abrir el piso con para preguntas. Como hemos dicho antes, el coronel Gray dijo, no le podemos dar muchas preguntas o responder muchas preguntas de las que pregunten, pero adelante.
You all have any questions?
Algunas preguntas.
Can you release the cause of death of the victim?
Currently, we don't know the cause of death of the victims. We should know that a couple days or so, but currently, right now, we do not.
La pregunta fue si tenemos causa de la muerte del joven. Y el sheriff dijo que no tenemos ahorita causa durante la autopsia.
Can you go over again the details that are known about the truck? I'll yield to the highway patrol that can give you the details about the truck.
Yes, sir. From the evidence that we've recovered from the scene so far, the only thing that we know at this point is that it's a early models Freightliner Coronado, teal in color. It will be missing the front headlight housing on the front right corner, as well as a few pieces of the front right quarter panel. That paint also matched up with the rear tire of the bicycle located on scene. But as of this time, that's all the information that we've got on that.
What direction was the truck traveling?
Northeast.
And if the public knows someone that drives a truck that fits that description, whether you think it's significant or not, please share that information with the Highway Patrol, the Wilson Police Department, or the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, because as was been said earlier, no stone will go unturned. No lead will go unfollowed.
Are there any details on the time of the incident? How long he had been there?
Yes. So we'll yield that one to the investigator from the FCSO.
So from the information we have, it seems like the individual was there from the 26th of last month.
Question. I know that you says that on the police tape he was a runaway, but was he reported midday or was he reported as a runaway kicked by?
That term's used interchangeably. What we know is that we had a minor who hadn't returned home. So we didn't know what it was, if he left willingly or if he was missing.
And such a break for that correct.
Yes.
And then the other question, where he was at the party with either family or was it more like he was partying?
We had not heard that he was there with family, but we do know that some of his friends were there.
What time did he leave the party?
Somewhere between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m.
Is this a well-lit area?
No. 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 It's not. It's not.
Are there going to be any reinforcements on this stretch of area, like such as lighting or anything like that?
Well, that stretch of area is under construction now. So I can't speak for what Department of Transportation is doing in that area, but what I can tell you is that all of us have been out there, and that part of the stretch is under reconstruction. At the time of this incident, it was not well lit.
When he will be reported to have on him, maybe there was another press release. The press release came out on the 7th. There a reason why it been so long, or you all to in the outset of the press?
So the Winston-Salem Police Department has over 800 missing people and runaways a year. So our policy currently states for runaways and missing people, post on social media, and we post it to our missing persons website. But we wait until patrol and other divisions exhaust all leads. So we waited until patrol had exhausted all leads and CID took over the case because we had to treat every runaway missing person the same.
So we got time for one or two more questions, and then we want to thank you for your time. So we have time for two more questions. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, I just want to be clear about this. This missing teen was riding a bicycle when he got hit by that truck.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Missing team was on a bicycle when he got hit by a truck. Yes, sir.
Should we be inspecting charges in this case, and what kind?
Well, those would be up to the DAs, the charges, but yeah, I can assure you there'll be some charges. I don't want to jump the gun and say what the charges will be. Uh, a lot of that depends on a lot of things that are unknown at this time. That's why we were trying to appeal to the moral fiber of the person that was driving the truck, because whoever was driving the vehicle know that they struck someone or something. And so all we're asking for, again, is appealing to the community and appealing to the driver, because we have a grieving family and a grieving community, and we're trying to bring resolution and closure to the family as well.
The body had been out there for a good bit. Is there anyone that they would to have explained to us how difficult it is to find the deceased body in a ravine or a type of area like that?
When you say how difficult it is to find the bodies, anytime you have a body laying in a ravine like that, that the weeds are overgrown, there's not a clear view, it's very difficult. There's a lot of things that takes place, the decaying of a body, all those things take place. And so it's always difficult when you're trying to retrieve a body. And so a lot of those factors took into play when we were actively trying to locate the young man.
Have you talked to the family, or you would give us any information about, the type of team this team was?
Well, as I said earlier, we were with the family last night, the brothers as well as the mother. What I can tell you, what is important is that, as I've said on many a times, and I think me and the chief will share this, I'll never forget the scream that I heard last night. I'll never forget the cry after leaving here on my way to cookout. I'll never forget what I saw in her eyes. I'll never forget that. To me, the kind of child he was is irrelevant. What's relevant is that a mother lost a son. A mother lost her baby. A father lost his son. A brother lost his brother. Students at a high school lost a classmate. And we as a community lost a viable, living soul. And that's why we will be working nonstop to bring closure. And I know there are a lot of questions. I know that. I know the question you ask, why this, why that? Our job is to find those whys, is to find those answers. And that's why we have convened, and that's why we're here. Because we don't take this lightly. We do not. That's what I can tell you about the situation last night with the family. But as always, I appreciate you all being here. I thank you, and I appreciate you getting this message out to the community, because we're going to need your help, because we don't know if this person is traveling from state to state, bringing something, whether it's goods to a store or whatever. And so we're going to need you putting this out for us. We're going to need your help. If someone saw a truck that's missing a piece that fit that description that the trooper described, call us. If you see it, say something. We need you, because this is a child. This is a baby. And we have to speak for him. As always, thank you. Love you all. Thanks again. He says, okay.
Oh, sir.